If you're here from the Emerald Dream primary bedroom makeover, thank you. I really hope you enjoyed it. That video has been a success on my channel so far, so I'm really excited to have you. And if you haven't watched that one already, I'll make sure to leave it linked. You should absolutely check it out. But this one today is going to be a different style and a way more attainable and realistic and quick and easy makeover. There is actually no DIYs, no painting jobs in this one, just using everything we already have except for one item, and that would be the key element of this bedroom makeover. Just stay tuned to see what that is. But yes, we had everything available to us already. We did not want to spend a lot of money on this bedroom makeover. So this video is great to just discuss room layouts and how to best create a bedroom when you first move into a space, how to set everything up and design something very simple and attainable. You should stay tuned and watch this one. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. Let's get started. So this is a guest bedroom. It is very small. I think it's an ideal size for an office or a nursery, but for an adult full-size bedroom, it is definitely on the smaller side. For New York City standards, it's not that shocking, but it will only fit a full-size bed. We already had a full-sized foam mattress that we could use, but the item that we were missing for this room was actually a bed frame. We were thinking about what type of bed frame we wanted for the space, and even though the bedroom has a closet, it quickly became clear that we could use the space under the bed to get more storage. I can think of two main types of bed frames that include storage: the ones with drawers and the lift-up beds. Now, because the room is so small, the bed frames with drawers would not have worked in this space actually. So we were left with the only viable option, and that was a lift-up bed. They can be pricey, but we found a pretty good option on Amazon actually, and I will link it below. You might already know that I don't buy new items that often, but when I do, I really make it a point to recycle. So especially when you've got so much wrapping, it is important to me, and it doesn't take that long, so I make sure to separate the soft plastic, the styrofoam, and the cardboard pieces to make sure that whatever can get recycled, get recycled. So really the biggest job here was to assemble the bed frame. I would say it took maybe 2 to 3 hours. I was just in a zone. I really like assembling furniture. I find it very calming and relaxing and soothing. I know some people hate it so much, so I wonder which team you're on. My best guess is that you like DIYs too, but who knows? You can tell I'm into dark wood. We've got 3 or 4 pieces here: the chest of drawers, the mirror, the desk, and the shelving unit. And both the desk and the shelving unit have some black metal accents, which in this space worked really nicely with the window frame. But for the bed, I wanted to go for something soft, add more texture, so I feel like the fabric bed frame was the best option. When you're working on a room layout, you first want to know where to put the bed, because that is the bulkier, biggest, most important item in the bedroom. And so in this case, we really only had one wall to put the bed against, because you don't want to block access to the window. You don't want to block access to the closet and the closet door. And then we just had a little bit of room left for the desk and the chest of drawers. Now, for the desk, it just makes sense to put it against the window because that is the more energetic and inspiring place to put it. You want to maximize natural light when you're working if you want to feel energized. In terms of feng shui, it is just recommended to face the outside and get inspired by the blue sky and the fresh air. So that's what we did. Now, as much as I like to assemble furniture, it's like my favorite game. I will say it was difficult in this bedroom because of how small it was. I sort of played Tetris the whole time, trying to have enough room to assemble all of the pieces. Obviously, the bed frame would take a lot of space. Luckily, I made it work. I feel like if you stay organized, it's not going to be too hard. I had all of my small screws and tools on the desk and all of the pieces gathered together by category, leaning against the wall, so it was a fairly straightforward process. You can assemble this with just one person. It will get a little tricky at the very end. You have to hold a piece while attaching the other, but I think you can still manage on your own. So really this room acts as a guest bedroom, a storage room, and an office space thanks to the desk. Everything fits nicely despite how small the room is. I will admit this is not going to be the wildest transformation you've ever seen online. This is really just, at the end of the day, me building a bed. But you know what? If you find some motivation off of these clips, I'll be super happy nonetheless. And we're adding the mattress. We're almost done, just making sure that we can still open the door to the closet. So far, the bed has worked perfectly. The mechanism to lift the bed up and down works like a charm. I would recommend this model. This is just a very minimal styling, just to give you an idea. The desk typically has a monitor and a printer in one of the shelves underneath. I hope this short and sweet video inspired you to tackle this one piece of furniture you need to assemble, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!